Hey, what is going on guys? Welcome everyone back to another video. Hopefully you are all enjoying your day. As you can see by the title, we're going to be looking at the top 5 changes in Call of Duty World War II. So as you know, usually every year in Call of Duty something changes, whether it's the graphics, some of the animations, and what we're going to be looking at is the top 5 things that have changed in Call of Duty World War II. Obviously some of these may be like small changes, where some of these may be big changes that you may hate. So let me know during the video what changes you like or dislike. Before we get into the video, I am running a quick little giveaway with G2A. Basically, if you want to win a PSN code or an Xbox One code to buy Zombie Chronicles, which of course is DLC 5, play the new zombie maps or whatnot, all you have to do is like the video, comment down below why you want it, and of course which console do you want the code on. I'm going to be giving 2 of these away, and this is partnering up with G2A, so big thanks to them for making this possible. So starting off in the top 5 changes that have changed in Call of Duty World War II, we're going to be looking at the #1 change that all of you probably know about, and that is going to be the gore. So if you don't know what gore is, it's basically all the blood and guts in Call of Duty. Since the game has first come out in all terms of Call of Duties, it's kind of stepped up a little bit each year. Black Ops 3, we've noticed that there's a lot of gore flying out, but it's nothing compared to COD World War II this year. Now, what's interesting in this game, especially in COD World War II, is that when you kill someone, when you stab someone, when you shoot someone, or if you stab someone with the bayonet, they have different wounds and blood stains depending on how you kill your enemy. As you can see in this picture, which has been scrambled together by someone on Reddit, it actually shows off different animations of gore in COD World War II. At the top left, we have the head being pretty much impaled, and as you can see, it causes a lot of blood spurting out. At the top right of the picture, we have a small hole, and this is basically showing off a bayonet stab, which obviously someone stabbed into someone. And at the bottom left of the picture, what we have is a soldier's leg being blown off, and for some weird reason, it does look quite graphical, which is, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but obviously there's a lot of blood spurting and exploding out of his leg. And at the bottom right, it kind of shows off a normal dead body. So what does this look like in the actual multiplayer essence of the game? And as you can see by the gameplay, what you see is someone dead on the ground. It looks super detailed, which I guess is a good thing. And I'm going to imagine that if you don't like some of the gore in this game, I don't know, you find it disgusting and you can't handle it, I'm pretty sure there will be an option to turn it off for you if you don't like that type of stuff. But looking at the gore on the ground so far, the blood looks detailed. It seems to be like exploding out at a faster rate than Black Ops 3. It kind of shows you the details that have gone into the game to make it a little bit better, a little bit more different. Apart from that, let me know what you guys think. If we head into the second big change in Call of Duty World War II, we're going to be talking about the firing range. So as you can see in the gameplay, we're looking at the brand new firing range system in Call of Duty World War II. Now, I'm pretty sure to access this firing range is probably going to be the same as Advanced Warfare. And in case you're new to Call of Duty or you don't know, Sledgehammer Games also made that game. And to access it in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, you go through your creator class system. Basically, it's somewhere in the multiplayer menu to access it. So I'm going to guess it's the same way that you would do in World War II or COD World War II, and you could also do it during a multiplayer lobby, so you don't have to wait the 30 seconds or 40 seconds or whatever it is. As you can tell by the gameplay, there's a lot of targets to shoot at, and each target you shoot at obviously does something a little bit different to the other ones, and it seems like it could keep you occupied for a while. You could probably be bored just from shooting at this all the time. But what's interesting is, even though I mentioned Advanced Warfare before, it's quite similar how that firing range was actually developed in that game. As you can see in the gameplay, Advanced Warfare was in the future, so it's going to be different. But basically, in the firing range in Advanced Warfare, it was your objective to shoot all the targets in the least amount of time as possible, so it can help with your accuracy. And in World War II, it's a bit different. You can just shoot at whatever you want. There's no time limit. There's no restrictions. Let me know what you think. Do you think that you should be able to shoot heaps of targets in a certain amount of time in World War II, or should there be no time limit and you can shoot whatever you want as it is in the World War II firing range? Let me know. I'd really like to know what you think. And if we head into the third change in today's video, we're going to be looking at the multiplayer lobby. As Call of Duty progresses, we get different looking multiplayer lobbies. Some of them, in my opinion, have looked like trash, whereas some of them has stepped up the game and it's looking quite nice. Notably, Black Ops 2 kind of brought upon a new look to the game, Whereas if we kind of head over to Advanced Warfare, even though that was a newer game, it was totally different because you could see character customization. But in Call of Duty World War II, I haven't seen this a lot on other channels, but this is what the multiplayer lobby looks like. I was kind of blown away how it looks because graphically, or graphics wise, it looks pretty amazing. The graphics look exactly as I thought it would. It just looks absolutely perfect, but it just looks so clean and nice, as you can see. And possibly the most notable thing to take note of by looking at this multiplayer lobby is that you can see other players' character customization. And now what this could mean is that there could be clothes coming to supply drop soon, or it could mean there's missions or specific duties we got to do to unlock some of these items. Now I'm going to say they need to make money somehow, so it's probably likely that there's going to be some type of character customization, because they're not going to make a multiplayer game lobby look this way for no reason. Obviously, they're going to add in some type of microtransaction DLC so you can change up your character and make him look cool in the multiplayer lobby. If you're into that, it looks like that may be happening, so that's always good news. But also, this multiplayer lobby, of course, is similar to Advanced Warfare. Obviously, Sledgehammer Games did make Advanced Warfare, and as you can see on the screen, it's pretty much the same thing. You can scroll up and down in the pre-game lobby, and you can see what enemies or what teammates you have and what their character customization looks like. Obviously, as the game progressed in that game, what happened is there was random, like really random customizations where Clown DLC came out, and there's a ton of head armor. I think there's even a gingerbread costume. I don't know, but it kind of got wacky in that game. So I'm going to assume that obviously in World War II, it's not going to be that far-fetched in terms of character customization. But let me know, do you want a ultra, I guess you could say, unrealistic Call of Duty where you could wear whatever you want and have fun, or do you want it to go straight down to war where everything is just World War II orientated? Let me know. But if we head over into the fourth change in today's video, we're going to be looking at score streaks, and more specifically score streak animation. Now, the score streak animation is another aspect of COD World War II that they made look pretty nice. So what has happened is that the animation when the character calls out an airstrike or some particular score streak, I'm pretty sure it's just the airstrike, but what happens is he whips out a map, and as you can see, the map of course looks like it's from 2065 because you can see everything on the map. But apart from that, it looks absolutely amazing. I reckon the animation looks super clean. Everything just looks fluid. But what's even more impressive, I'm not sure if this is actually going to be in the multiplayer game, but this was featured in the trailer. Now, what happens is when you call out a score streak called the glide bomb, you can see the animation of this bomb starting from the plane being fallen out into the sky, and it's going to pretty much crush your enemy. I'm not sure if this is going to make it into the full multiplayer game because, I don't know, maybe the graphics and the animations put together will be too intense for the server to hold this information. I'm not really sure with all that technical jargon, but maybe that could be the case. If it did this, it would look really nice, and to me, it would kind of remind me a lot of the Battlefield 1 score streak and how everything else operates in that game. But as I said, I'm not sure if it will happen in multiplayer, but if it does, I think it'd look absolutely amazing. So if we head into the final epic change in Call of Duty World War II, it's possibly a change that many of you will not like, but it would probably grow into something further when Call of Duty progresses into the next Call of Duty in the coming years. But basically, I'm not sure if you guys know this, there is a new creator class system where they pretty much got rid of it, and now it's called Divisions. Now, instead of choosing a creator class like every year, they've changed it. We're going to choose divisions, and there's a few divisions we're going to be going through. I'm going to be telling you what they do and what type of perks they have. So what's happening is that there's a division called Infantry. Now, this focuses on mid to long range weapons where you can carry an M1 Garand, which is an awesome assault rifle, and you can also carry a 1911 pistol. And the perks are the stuff you can see on the screen. All these are the things you can use within the infantry division. It's a little bit weird because some perks and some divisions you can't use for the other divisions. I know it's kind of a bit messed up, but once you play the actual game, you know what I'll be talking about. So in the next division we're going to be looking at is something called the Expeditionary Division. Now, this is a close quarter class where you can use shotguns and allows you to take less damage against tactical equipment. The next damage to look at is the Airborne division. This is pretty much the SMG class. If you want to rush around and stuff like that, this division will allow you to sprint for longer distances, and it has some perks that will allow you to be a little bit quieter. And if we head into the next division, it is called the Mountain division. Now this is where you can access the sniper rifles, so for all you sniper rifle fans, this is where it's at, and it allows you to carry bouncing betties and allows you to be hidden in player controlled kill streaks. So that's kind of the main perks in that division. And lastly, we have the division called Armored, where you basically are going to be carrying an LMG and an M1 bazooka and a sticky bomb, which will allow you to blow up tanks. So this is going to be the heavy class where you can use LMGs and blow up tanks. Be a team player. I guess that's what this class is all about. But apart from that, that's all the divisions there is, and I'm pretty sure if you pre-order the game, you get some type of bonus with it as well. Let me know what you think. I think it's a bit confusing when you start looking at it, but obviously when you play the game, it will start to make sense. But apart from that, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. That is the top 5 changes I thought would be most appropriate to show you guys. Obviously, I'm going to have some more videos like this coming out soon, because as we get more gameplay, we'll get more changes to see what the game will be like in the future. So if you did enjoy, drop it a thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content, and I'll catch you all later. Globe out.